Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuba, one retail at a time, back with his Friday expert, Stephen Dow. How you doing, sir?
Fantastic. And yourself?
I'm doing well, man. So let's get that little marketing spiel out of the way.
Perfect. Again, I work so happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital. All the ideas and topics discussed on this channel, though, are that of my own. So let's get it cracking.
So happy. Woohoo!
Oh, my goodness. Like gleefully, you don't even know. I wake up like, no alarm, just, I'm still with Velocity. Thank you. So no, it's a great company. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the people, there's always, companies you can go to, but it's always the people, and they've, nothing but the best things to say about this company. So, and,
awesome.
and the leadership and the people. So, raise. So anyway, didn't know, sorry, I had to clear my throat. I don't know if stocks went up, but great company. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, hey, one of the things I want to do is I want to tie in the end of last video into you, Stephen, the investor.
Yes.
And then as we work through this, we'll likely tie it into others watching. But we're going to talk about taking action, and we're going to talk about where you're at. Maybe others are at that stage, and we'll kind of highlight where others are. But I'm a big deal. I'm an action taker, right? It's it's great to be excited about real estate. It's great when people buy my books. It's great when you subscribe, all of that stuff. But I am here to help 1 million people.
All right.
I don't care how many books I sell. I don't care how many this or that. I don't get. What I'm trying to do in the next 50 years is help 1 million people close on a residential, or maybe it's commercial, but probably residential, one rental at a time.
Right.
So I want to talk to you, Stephen Dow, so you can get one of these cards eventually. We got 6 more months.
Right.
We're going to talk about where you're at, what I recommend for you, and then we'll probably tie into others that I interact with. But Stephen, you are interested in real estate, yes or no?
Yes, sir. I am. Have been.
You have purchased the course, and you're in the private Facebook group. So that's cool.
Yes. Yes.
So I guess the first thing to really acknowledge, because you've been in it probably a year or so now, is it's fun to watch, right? All people posting wins and selfies. And
and I recommended that to multiple people that have watched your channel that hadn't purchased your course, but at least maybe purchased your book, or been a long time, subscriber. And I just say, look, I know if you're interested, why? And I try to use that as an analogy just so they can relate. It's like, you know where you want to go to, and you're in your car, but wouldn't you want a roadmap to know how to get there without having to hit all these road bumps and dead ends and stuff like that? So you know what, you're right. So they know about your story, your journey. Oh, it's great, but then why have to go through all those jumps and everything? You already know the core. Like you're really lined off. They just got to follow. They just got to put the gas in. They just got to sit there, turn the car on, steer, and just do the work to get to there. So that's all this. And I think a couple people definitely bought the course and have really, and again, more than anything, not just the roadmap, but the support.
Yeah, that's what, again, you'll actually have, you won't be driving a car or walking alone. You'll have thousands of other people. You got
somebody sitting shotgun, playing navigator, give you a back rub,
some water,
with us right, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different kind of situation, because the support, the information provided, and the added value to the product, because you're always expanding to the knowledge versus I in the beginning of my real estate and finance career, I took courses and I try to improve my knowledge and things of that nature, but they always had an added price or sale within the course. Like to get to the next level, you had to pay something else to get. So it's almost like a pyramid scheme to some extent. Yeah. With yours, it's like one-time fee. And yours is always giving more and more. It's like, wait a minute, it's the total opposite. So when I, explain that to people, they like, it makes sense. Because then it's like, you're investing one time in an expanded knowledge base that you're getting expert information that from people that have done it, not just people that use innuendos or, clickbaiting or
they read a book.
Real hands-on. I did this. This is what I started with. Don't do this because I messed up here. This hurt me. Do this. So it's like, what?
Yeah.
So
let's talk about you, Stephen.
Yes.
So you just moved, right? You went from somewhere to somewhere.
Yes. When I originally came across your channel, we started this thing back in April. I was in North Austin and renting at the time, but was looking, found a place, got an escrow. Actually, was in the middle of that while it was being built. Finally moved in June of this year into Georgetown. So
are you still in Texas?
Yes, I'm still in Texas.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's just be very clear. Your first thing to do is create your buy box, right? That's kind of step one.
Okay.
So
Getting
what does that mean for Steven? So what you probably have it because you've been in Texas a while, yeah?
January 1st, 2020.
Oh, so not too long.
Yeah.
I guess that's actually, yeah. So let's start in Texas. So what I would ask you to do is find a zip code. Let's start there around you that you could get to pretty easily within a half-hour drive.
Okay.
Probably kind of middle market, something. So not the nicest, not the worst.
Okay.
And we're going to create a buy box together.
Okay.
So first is going to start with zip code. And what
now
I
with
want
Texas, I would probably expand that because 30 minutes is not that long here in Texas.
Yeah, you tell me. I don't.
You can be driving for 18 hours and still be in Texas.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. What I really want,
Okay. Oh,
what
yeah.
I really want in this first area, Stephen, is this doesn't have to be the area you will buy in. I
Right.
want it close enough to you so that you or you and your mom or whoever you want to take, you can go kick rocks. You can walk open houses. You can touch it. You can feel it. I don't want it to be so far away in the beginning that it's like, damn it, I got to drive 2 hours again.
Okay.
Right. So I want it to be close enough that you can learn the skill that I'm trying to teach.
Okay.
So pick a zip code. And then
Okay.
what I want you to do is I want you to put in enough, and again, you could just use realtor.com or Zillow or whatever app. I want you to put in enough criteria so that the available listings are somewhere between 20 and 40. Right. So like, for example, if you pick, zip code 12345 and had no other criteria, there's probably thousands of listings, or
Right.
at least hundreds.
Right.
So then you're going to say, I want a house, or I want a condo, or I want a multi, or whatever you want. And then I want you to, like, if you pick a house, well, there's probably a lot of houses. Well, then I want a
single story, 1 story, or 2. Right. Right.
Yeah, 3 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms. So whatever the criteria is, I want you to get to somewhere between 20 and 40 active listings.
Got it.
And then I want that to be your criteria for the next 60 days.
Okay.
Okay. And then your job, 20 to 30 minutes a day. It'll probably be 30 minutes the first 4 or 5 days and then be 20 minutes or less. I want you to document what has changed. So you're in the course. In my course, I give you my spreadsheet, how I build it. Others in the Facebook group have attached theirs.
Right.
That's your job. Because what you will find out after 60 days, Stephen, is A, what you don't know, insurance, taxes, whatever, property management fees, or, what is rent. And then you'll ultimately end up, as you'll see in the course, calculating a yield and average for that zip code and that asset. So that's what you need to do.
Okay.
Okay. Others watching this, let's say you've been listening to me for a while, you have your buy box. What you need to do then, and again, you're doing your daily disciplines, where you're going to go next, Stephen, is you're going to identify what team members you need. Property manager, because you're a busy guy. Financing, not for you, obviously, but a lot of other folks don't have the financing lined up. Well, if you're a residential lender, you're 1 to 10, Matt, the mortgage guy. If you're doing commercial or office or multi-use, or you have a new LLC that can't get a Stephen Dow, right? So again, reach out to these people. Your job is to do the homework, your buy box, and grow your network in the first 60 or 90 days. And at the end of 90 days, Stephen, what you should have is you should have a brand spanking new skill that you can take to any market across the country and learn what an average deal is. That's what I'm trying to teach.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I wrote this all down. It's part of the course anyway. I just got to do the work.
I'm going to hold you accountable. We talk every Friday. I'm going to ask you what your damn buy box is next week.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm going to have to make time, so there's no excuses. So, but no, this is once you pretty much, provide at least a framework, and now you're holding me accountable because it's recorded on video.
Got to ask you next week.
Got to do. I know.
Next week, so I'm going to ask you, what is your buy box and how many active listings are in it?
Okay.
We're going to find out.
Yes, you are. And you said realtor.com or Zillow or any of those?
Yeah, whatever you want. The source doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, set up the criteria. And again, the whole idea of your buy box is you look at nothing else. A lot of new investors try to outthink me. Michael, here's my buy box, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. And then they go, Michael, I'm also looking over here and looking over there and looking over there. Well, you just jumped the shark because now you're confused. You took this beautiful buy box and you destroyed it because you're looking over here.
Right.
Don't do that. You're trying to learn.
Well, yeah. I mean, jack of all trades, master of none, they say, right? If you don't focus on that one. Yeah. So same thing. That's my problem. I'm like a chandelier. I got lights everywhere. If I can just focus all that,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold. Yeah, no, dude, you're gonna tell me sometime in January. I can hear it coming. Michael, I can't do it. I looked over here.
No, no, no. No, we'll set the course 60 days. What's today? Let's say it. So, okay. All right. So February.
Yep. February 17th.
February 17th-ish. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
All right, man. So that's your job. We're going to check on you next week, see how you're doing. How can people reach out if they need some help in lending?
Yes. Well, again, with getting back to everybody else and not just myself. Sorry to be selfish, folks. No, SDAO, SDAO at velocitymortgage.com. Please put in the subject line ORAAT, which stands for one rent at a time, as an acronym, and just leave your best phone number to reach you at, as well as just a brief breakdown if you've got like a refinance, your desired terms, loan amount, estimated value, mid FICO score, property type, address if possible, if not at least the minimum city and state. After that, I'm going to call you back and kind of have already structured what I believe would be the best case, as far as loans that I can provide based upon what you've provided so far. And if there's a backstory I missed, then it'll make it a lot quicker versus in the, because right now I want to have I'm now have to get down to my buybacks, guys. So I'm trying to make this as efficient as possible. So, starting from day one right now. So, but I'm working all weekend because I know come next Friday, next Friday is also Christmas Eve. So, if we're still doing this, then
absolutely. What part of 7 days a week do people not understand?
I don't know. This is my first, Christmas time with you, Mike. So we'll see. But
dude, no, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I don't stop.
Okay. All right. You're like better than the mail service, right?
There you go. 7 days a week, baby.
All right.
All right. Thank you, man. Take care of yourself.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
Bye.